Hey Screamers, welcome to the FrightTour YouTube channel. It has been a full year since I have last spoken to you guys. I am so excited to begin this year's tour, our 2019 FrightTour, 10 years of Screams. Yes, the site has been around that long. We are so excited to begin this year with our 2018 Fright of the Year, our winner, our big honcho, our scariest, our baddest, our most terrifying, the most in-your-face, intense, haunted attraction we have found out there, Bennett's Curse. This monstrous attraction is located at the East Point Mall in Baltimore, Maryland, and it takes about 30 minutes to 40 minutes to walk through depending on your group size. Now, let's talk about that really quick. For the first time in 10 years, I walked through a haunted house alone. Yep, all by myself. I walked through our 2018 Fright of the Year, our scariest, baddest, most intense, terrifying haunted attraction that we've ever experienced all alone. I went solo. I went Han Solo, okay? I was so scared to do this because I knew what to expect. Last year, it was relentless from step 1 to step 1000. There were startle scares every turn you made. The props were strategically placed. It was just brilliant. And this year, it definitely did not disappoint. Right out of the gate, Bennett's Curse did not disappoint me from last year's experience. I was so excited to follow it up this year. I didn't really want to do it at the beginning, but I had no other choice. I have to schedule everything, that coinciding with work and personal life. So I was a little worried, but didn't matter. This place, I could have went on the opening day or closing day, and I feel like it would be the same exact experience no matter what. I was so excited to finally get in there. And when I got in there, they had changed everything around. They had added a ton of new stuff. What I love about Bennett's Curse is that it's a genius haunt. I never really used that term before. The reason why I say genius is because everything within the haunt has a purpose, no matter what it is, from jute, from a little tombstone to a gigantic skeleton prop. It all has a specific purpose with what you're experiencing. Where the attraction is, it must have been like an old department store because the ceiling's not very tall. It's all one level. And I just get the feeling that maybe it was like an old Sears or like a Stearns. I don't know. But the space is small. They don't have a lot of room to work up. They have a lot of room to work out, but not up. That doesn't matter. That doesn't stop them. They brought in ginormous props this year. Ginormous props. Skeletons, reapers, pumpkin scarecrow guys. I mean, to the point I was like looking up and like in awe, and because I was by myself and it was rather slow because it was opening weekend, I was able to really focus on everything and really take everything in, which totally made me vulnerable to everything that was going on around me. Mr. Masked Man came from the left, Mr. Masked Man came from the right. It was so good, so genius, that everything from A to Z has a purpose. Now, there are a lot of people that I have read reviews that Bennett's Curse is nothing but a prop shop. It's nothing but animatronics. I believe they have a lot of props. Yeah, you're right. They totally do. But they're not like other haunts. They don't just plop a prop just to plop a prop. They use the prop. The prop is distracting. The prop actually scares you. For example, I walked through a curtain. You had to pull it to the side. And as you pulled it to the side, literally 3 feet from your face was a gigantic zombie prop. It was made of latex. It was like reaching out towards you. It scared the crap out of me. First time that's ever happened that I've had a latex zombie prop scare the crap out of me. That's what I mean. It's genius. It's smart. It takes you don't need just a actual bleeding flesh person to scare you all the time. You can rely on something as simple as a prop to scare you. It just has to be perfectly placed. And Alan from Bennett's Curse has like some kind of niche for that. I've never seen it before. Everything from A to Z just fits. And because of these large scale props, and because I didn't know what was fake, I didn't know what was real, it completely brought my guard down. It completely made me vulnerable to everything around me. And I can only imagine that I'm not the only one who's ever experienced this. If you have, please post in the comments below if you agree with me on this. But to me, that is what makes a haunt brilliant, is when you can take a person, bring them into the space, make them feel immersed in the experience, make them feel like they're really in that realm of what you're experiencing. And then not only that, then wipe their guard and make them vulnerable to everything around them without them knowing. By the end of the attraction, I said to myself, I was not looking for people, for live people. I was examining props to see A, if they were real, or B, if they were fake. And then I was like necked up. I was looking at these monstrous props in this small building. It made it feel larger than it was. To me, this was by far probably the best use of props I have ever seen. Best use of lighting, best use of music. It just fits. It's geniusly crafted. It's probably a work of art, in my honest opinion. I mean, you can't get much better than that. But putting all of that aside, it's still scary. Like, it still scares the crap out of you. You still come out panting. You still come out sweating. I think I said like 3 or 4 times, Jesus Christ, get me the hell out of here. I love Bennett's Curse. I would drive down, even if they weren't on the tour, like even if someone else beat them. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to do that, but I would go there every single year. To me, it is the epitome of a haunted house. I can only imagine what they can do in a bigger space. They are cramped in this department store, but it is long. It's really long, and the props that they bring in are so big. I keep saying that over and over again. I'm really sorry, but I just can't explain to you how big these props are in such a small space. I guess maybe that they might feel bigger that way because they're in a smaller space and they might look bigger. I don't know, but Bennett's Curse just makes me smile. So after that, you might be wondering, what did I give Bennett's Curse as a fright rating? It still keeps its 5 skulls out of 5. It's still terrifying, haunting, menacing, scary. All those words that I used before in the beginning of the review, it still is. It is by far the best haunted attraction I have ever experienced, and I got to experience it alone, all by myself. It was really, really fun. I suggest that everyone, if you're a newbie to the haunt world, if you're a veteran, if you live in California, if you live in Dubai, get yourself to Bennett's Curse. It is quite the experience. You will definitely not be let down. Say hello to Jill for me at the t-shirt booth. I love this place. I recommend it to anyone that's looking for a really good scare. It is, as of right now, definitely Maryland's scariest haunted attraction. We still have some more to go. But it's just great. It's just, when you think of a haunt, you think of names like Bennett's Curse. That's a name that followed us through years and years and years of doing this. It was always an attraction that I wanted to go to. And, you know, sometimes you think, okay, well, maybe the reviews that you're reading really aren't true. They don't live up to really what the experience is. That's not the case with Bennett's Curse. Bennett's Curse is beyond what the hype is, beyond what the reviews are. This place is terrifying. It's so in your face. I sweat. I mean, I'm sweating right now because I have a big white light on me, but through the attraction, I was sweating, and it was hot that day. It was like 80 degrees. If you saw the Instagram post from that night, it was like 80-something degrees. How can you walk through a haunt at 80 degrees? I mean, it has to be chilly for me, and let alone me, how I felt. I can only imagine the actors, how they felt, all covered up in makeup, masks, and costumes. It had to be brutal. But at the end, I was sweating, panting, and wondering what I had just experienced. And all I could say to myself was, goddamn Bennett's Curse, you are a scary venue. Scary. Super scary. Get yourself there. Go to Bennett's Curse. Go to the East Point Mall. Say hello to Jill for me. Get yourself a t-shirt. Get yourself a ticket. Get in line. Walk through Bennett's Curse. If you are new to the haunt world, do not do it alone. I suggest, I'm going to have to put like a disclaimer. Do not attempt this at home. Do not do it alone. It is definitely not for the faint of heart. Get yourself to Bennett's Curse. Do yourself justice and go there. Now. Well, kiddies, that's it for the first official review of 2019. We have so many more to go. I'm going to be with you all month long. Please make sure that you ring the bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that way you're in the know for the scariest haunted attractions and when a new video posts. That way you can find, the best scream for your buck. Also, make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And please access our site, FrightTour.com, because we have haunt pages for each individual haunted attraction. So that way, when you scream at them, you can come back to our site and post your own tidbit, your own testimonial, your own review of what you experienced. Negative, positive, neutral, it doesn't matter. We welcome them all. Until then, guys, happy screaming.